every once in a while we get a artist that comes on this show that we personally fuck with outside of like this music shit. In this industry, you run into so many, you know, I guess funny niggas, I guess, right? Like you run into so many characters in this industry. When you meet a real one, you know, a solid dude, they stand out immediately because we run into so many characters. Right. You know, KUR, I think, you know, you made a point to invite us down to your studio when we first invited you on the show. And I want to highlight it because I think it's important for us that shows characters and certain artists to display why we rock with you outside of this music shit. So KUR invited us down to his studio, you know, I think a year ago. Something like that. I think
like a year ago.
Yeah, I think it was a year ago. It was a year ago.
That's
KUR, do me a favor, move in closer to the mic. But I think it was a year ago.
It was like a year ago.
And you know, that showed me something because even when, shout out to my boy Chase too. Chase, when we got down there, it was just like, nah, KUR just wanted to build with y'all. And I knew you were trying to see the vibe too. I said, we some funny niggas. So, you know, that told me a lot about you in the middle of that. I was just like, yo, that's pretty solid for you to do something like that. I don't know, that how you naturally move in this industry and how things is right now? Like that's how you naturally move?
Yeah, I don't be liking like vibes that feel like it's sports.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was like my whole thing. Like, all right, let them come to Philly. Let me fill them out, play some records. You know, let's just fill each other out for it. Like, cause you know, like I was just telling you, like, if this was our initial, like, first time meeting, I got a thing where it's like sometimes it's either like hit or miss with me. It ain't no middle. So I'm either gonna be like this or like, yo, what's poppin'? So I feel like as soon as we seen each other, it was like, yo, what's poppin'? Based off the first time. So that make it better.
More organic.
You know what I mean? Just more organic. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you peep, I ain't even mind doing the shit, like, you know what I'm saying, over and over. Like, oh, you could do it better. If this was the first time, I'd be like, you know, like, how that should be, bro. Like, not even on a high horse type of thing, but more like you closed off, so you just kind of don't even want to hear what anybody else got to say type vibe. So it was like, I feel like that's what made it more organic. Like, that's what make it feel like, yo, I'm with family. Based off our initial. We kicked it for like 4 hours. Like, it wasn't no like 30 minutes we out. It was like I was playing multiple songs. Like,
now you play.
So like, I feel like that's what really make it like better for real. And then I feel like all it do is from here on out. Easy call. It's just green now. Like, every time we see each other, it's family love, just based off that one time. And I appreciated it because it was like technically we didn't really do an interview, nothing that day. You know
we just vibing.
So,
you're right.
Like,
they brought the whole team to Philly, tapped in
and
with
I feel like it was something in it for y'all, like on the beneficial tip, but it really wasn't. That was just like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say that. Like, it wasn't, nothing was promised with y'all coming to Philly. And I just, that urge and that, you know what I mean, energy right there was like, damn, they coming all the way to Philly just to vibe. I took that in consideration as well.
And
like,
niggas gotta understand, like, I hope y'all understand, you know, I see a lot of platforms from big names to smaller names to newer guys that's coming in the industry. Y'all gotta understand, like, we really do this shit. Like, there's certain moments we have, you can't even replicate it. Like, you can't duplicate those moments because we genuinely do these type of moments. We do this shit. Like, they told us KUR, and we like, yo, we fuck with KUR before this like freestyle shit. You know what I'm saying? You was just sharing the story earlier, but it's like we fucked with KUR before this music shit. So when they, you know, the moment the opportunity presented itself for us to go there and vibe with you, it was like, I wonder how he is, and I wonder what he's been up to. So, you know, that leads me into asking you, you know, it's good to see you, my brother. How you feeling, my nigga?
I've been feeling good.
How you doing? How you been? You know, how the family, how everything going?
I've been
with
feeling
you,
good. I just been getting out of like, I know the last time I seen y'all, I'm like, yo, I record every single day.
Right?
You feel what I'm saying? Like, every single day. For like the last month, I kind of got out of going to the stew every single day. So I'm like in a new energy. Y'all court me at a better space. I've been like, living life. Like, it used to be a thing where it's like, I used to feel bad if I ain't go to the stew. Like, type vibe. I used to feel bad. Like, if I ain't make it there, I felt like, damn, what was I doing that was more important than that? You know where I'm kind of going? I always looked at it like that. I wasn't even living type vibe. I wasn't even making no new experiences, none of that type of shit. So it was like more like a thing where it was like, in the last 30 days, maybe a month and a half, like, yeah, I've went to the stool, but it ain't been like a dire need to go every single day and stop what I'm doing. I've been living a little, like I was telling bro, like I've been coming to NY, like heavy, like getting in the mix with cuz and just you know vibing, just seeing different shit, moving different, important. Like hell yeah, like you feel what I'm saying? Even with all of that, just trying new shit and like that just landed me like, yo, all right, come on. My first time on PJ was like 2 weeks ago. Just moving around more. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people fuck with me. I just be kind of closed off. You feel what I'm saying? And that shit don't be against nobody else. It just be more like, I'm repetitive. So like, I like shit like how I like it. And I had to learn like, no, you gotta step outside your comfort zone. Like, you feel what I'm saying? You gotta get uncomfortable.
I can relate with that. What I like the most is we big on storytelling on the platform. You know what I mean? So it got us a chance to, you know, not just vibe with you and break the ice, but kind of listen to your story and on different levels. You know what I mean? Through your music, through word of mouth, you saying it. You know what I mean? And adding to your story with you now being here, like you said, it was a year ago. You know what I'm saying? So now you being here. And I seen you, now you telling us you in a different space. You living in New York, you know what I mean? So all of this shit is important to us because we're media. We trying to capture it, you know what I mean, as authentic as possible. And, you know, do it for the culture correctly. So that's what I appreciated most.
Yeah, for sure. That's dope.
I think it is, for me, it's important to highlight and just talk about, because, you know, last time we left off with you, we discussed, you know, what you've been up to, you know, what your current situation is, music. And I feel like a lot of people, you don't really pop out like that. Like, KUR doesn't pop out. So when he does pop out, like
that's something I gotta change.
Like,
but that's why I'm like,
you feel me? Like, what's the last time you seen KUR? Like, it ain't like they didn't want, no, like, people want you on their platform. Like, we haven't seen you KUR on platforms in a while. And it's like, even
but I gotta take the blame, accountability for that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I gotta be held accountable for that. Only because it's like, sometimes I be choosing not to be in the mix. Like I just said, like that last month and a half, that was me stepping out. I'm gonna give it a try. And then it's like, once you start getting in the motion, like the fourth, fifth day, you're like, wait, all right, this emotion. I could, you feel what I'm saying? Like, hold on, maybe. And then it's like, I start bumping into so many people and going in different rooms where people like, yo, I fuck with you, bro. Damn, that's what's up. Like, But you know, it's like a thing like that, out of sight, out of mind shit really be a thing, because a nigga could really fuck with you, but if he don't see you moving around or just see you in them same circles, that shit be kind of like, you just a hot ghost nigga type shit. Like, you ain't even, niggas ain't even seeing you. So I think that was like one of the things that I had to really figure out. Like, it's a balance too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, as far as getting in the mix and So I don't be wanting to burn myself out, but I'm like, no, I gotta play these clubs more. Like, I was so against clubs and just, you know, like, I don't like all that shit. But it's like, sometimes you don't even really know what you like. You feel what I'm saying?
True,
like, everybody's still changing life. So it's like, you never really know what you like until you gotta do something kind of more than once, twice to really be like, I don't like that. Because you gotta think that the first experience may have been that experience with just that. It might have been just that club or just the people you was with or whatever. And you may go the second, third time and be like, wait, this shit ain't that bad. I'm in my emotion now. Like,
they also say you're not the same person, I believe, every 5 years or 2 years or something like that. So,
like, I just was at a club. What was that? What's the day? Tuesday, I was at a club Saturday. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Williamsport. I got booked to go to a club. I don't even like clubs. But that motion was like, we had fun. It was great. I was talking to my homie the next day, like, yo, bro, like,
that shit was
actually all right, though. Like, and it was all right on that level. Like, we drove 3 hours there, 3 hours back, but it was like, all right for the level it was on. It was a small town, but it was people, shit was crowded. People knew the songs word for word. I'm like, yo, I gotta touch the people more. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I like, you gotta just try different shit, bro. And that shit'll just land you in different places.
Hold on, see, I think we talking to him off of bro, because we know, bro. Like, I think we gotta get back to the fans real quick. So, KUR has a lot going on right now. You know, you signed a deal with Meek Mill. Is it Dream Chaser, Rock Nation? What's your current? You know, just to catch them up with what's been going on with you business wise and musically. You're working on music. Let's talk about that real quick. From the last time we checked off, from you being signed to going independent to getting signed again. Is that how it worked out?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that process, please.
So the first process, I was signed. label, no name, no blame.
Right.
Whatever they are.
Right.
I ain't even tripping.
Right.
It's more like I was signed, boom, I was hyped for some money. I did it literally for the money. I can say that. I ain't even trip about what the paperwork was. None of that.
This was the first time we seen KUR pop out on the scene musically.
Right.
When you got your first deal.
The first deal, right.
Okay.
Right. So I was grinding for years up until that point.
Right.
So this was probably like 2017, 2016.
Yep.
I signed the deal, boom. I had like 2-3 other deals on the table, but they was more on the tip like, yo, you know, we're gonna build you, make you an artist, but it's kind of no advance. I was more on the tip like, I didn't even do my research on the label. It was more like, yo, I need some money. You said you got X, Y, and Z? Bet. All right, cool. So long story short, not even get too deep into it, but I had basically signed for a 1-and-1. So I signed for one project with the option of one. You know what I'm saying? The project that I had signed for was already done. Get where I'm going? So if it's already done, all I gotta do is turn the project in. Me, not even knowing how the shit go, I'm just like, we could drop that for free and I'll just send y'all a new project. Thinking it's that easy. So when I dropped the project that I signed for free, it was so hard for years to turn in same project, if you get what I'm saying. Not the same songs, but the same one I owed them. Because initially it was supposed to go like, yo, bro, the one you signed for is already done, handed in. I gotta take accountability like, no, let's drop that for free. And I'll, make some better shit. That's gonna be my first album, right? All right, bet. So come on, all right, whatever. I got money, a little money. That shit wasn't even no money when you really think about it. Whatever, you young, you like, damn, I got some money, So then it's hard to get, get them to take the album. So now I'm like, yo, all right, how the fuck can I get out this deal? You know what I'm saying?
This is major, or is it,
whatever. So I'm like, damn, how the fuck can I get out this deal? Like, I'm literally like on my last leg. So when I signed the deal, I got half of my advance up front. The other half was supposed to be when I delivered the project. But if they're not handing in the project, how can you get the other money? Right? So I'm in my head like, damn, fuck can I get out this joint?
So was that the feelings behind getting out of it? Was you trying to get the back end, or shit just wasn't going well?
It just wasn't even going well. Like, forget the money. It was more like, why can't I get out of this deal? We're not even moving. I'm trying to give y'all my one. If y'all gonna pick up the option, whatever. So it was kind of like, damn, you know what? I gotta figure out how to get out this deal. So, long story short, I'm thinking of ways how to get out the deal. Nothing is really shaking. So I basically called like, yo, listen, I'll give y'all the album for free. Just pay the producers and pay the studio people that I'm recording it at. Y'all not give me no money. They bid on that first go round. Bet, say no more. Fuck the money y'all owed me. It probably was like 150. Fuck that money. My brain, I couldn't even think straight. Like, I felt like this. So it was like, probably was like 130 to 150 was my other half. I'm like, yo, fuck that bread. Just pay producers, pay the studio. They sent probably like 30 bands to cover all of that. So I probably pocketed probably like 2 bands off of that because the producers wanted.
You gotta pay everybody else.
Yeah, you gotta pay everybody else. The producers want 2-3 bands for a beat, which they deserved at that point. Right. So I wasn't tripping. They bid on that. Boom. So now, once I'm out, 2019. I'm technically not out because that one that option. So they got like 9 months to a year to see if they want to deal with the option. So that was a thing where it was kind of like, I'm out, but I'm not out. But I do know that if they want to do, all right, my second option, the money would have tripled or doubled. Right? So I knew in my head, if y'all didn't want to give me money for the, what's the name? Y'all not going to pick up that option, but y'all will make me wait. Right? So I ain't tripping about that. All right, come on, boom. All right, I figure out, yo, a year come, they don't want to do it. Either way, I'm happy. I'm green. Like, I start building with, like I said, prior to all of this, like I said, I was grinding for years. So Meek witnessed firsthand. One of my first cosigns came from bro. So it's like he witnessed firsthand and seen me grinding and outdoing myself on different tapes and just really trying to, make it for real, like really.
There was a crazy tweet on Twitter that went viral. Meek did it, I think, about years ago. But you
know what I'm saying? Like, so it was cosign after cosign. I never ex bro for nothing. Like I gotta say that, like, as far as posting and Like all that was from his heart. Like, yo, I fuck with that. Come on, Right. So it was like one of those things like, all right, he been, for years seeing me grind. I had met Donnie. He the president of Dream Chasers. I had met him as like Chase partner. So I met him, and that was probably like 2019 when I kind of just got out the deal. So he was trying to figure out how we could figure out a new deal. Right. It was still that lingering on because I was telling him like, bro, technically they got a year to try to figure out if
what the fuck. Right.
So he like, all right. So I think that in his head it was like, man, they not gonna pick up the option, but let's just wait. So we waited a little bit because we ain't had that much longer to wait. Around this time, it probably was 3 months. Like, all right, 9 months had already went past, so 3 months would have been that year. You know where I'm going? So it's kind of like, yo, let's just wait 90 days, see what happened. They let me go. Boom. So I'm building with Donnie over all this time. All this time we building, we trying to figure out what's the right deal. He say, yo, I found the deal. I got a deal that makes sense. Republic, Rock Nation, Dream Chase, I was like, wait, that's an easy call. Like, come on. As long as the business makes sense.
Right. Hell
like, as far as the names you said, that was an easy call. Like, And like I said, me and Meek talked years ago about, just
working together.
Trying to, like, could we make it happen? But something. I think that timing is everything, and it happened when it was supposed to happen.
Right. It felt that way. On the outside looking in.
Versus, like, when people like, well, sign this nigga and sign, you know what I mean? The force, like, nobody want to feel like they forced to do something. Let's make it happen organically. So I felt like it happened when it made sense to happen. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I gotta see that, like, speed to speed. So after that, we looked at everything, made sure everything was green. I'm like, I really was kind of on it this go round, like on the phone with the lawyers, but it was a good deal. It was like, yo, they wasn't on no shit. Like, it was like, yo, we want you to win type shit. And of course, like in every deal, there's always something. It's always something. That's just life. Like, it ain't gonna just be all you. It ain't. That shit don't work like that. Like, and once you understand that it don't work like that, you'll be happy because like, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn that years later. So, got a deal. It's green. Deal was good.
It's between Republic, Dream Chaser, and Rock Nation.
Yeah. Gotcha. So it was green, and then I'm like, bet this is my second chance, breath of fresh air type shit. Like, easy call. Like, what I'm saying. Then you gotta think like through all of the years that I've been doing this, me and Meek ain't never had no issue. You know, sometimes like, when one person hot in the city and this person hot in the city, sometimes shit just happen. It ain't never happened like that. It always been love with us. So I felt like it was even more a thing where it just happened organically. But then I say all that to say, cuz like to go to the clubs and So if I say that, I'm the opposite of that. I get where I'm going. Like, I'm the opposite of that, right? So hanging with bro really just kind of showed me like, wait, hold on, you do like certain stuff. You just gotta give it a try. And I think that more would be a thing where it's like I'm quick to flag something before I'd even give it a try. Like, just as far as clubs, lounges, whatever. Like, I'd be like, whatever. Until I actually did it, and then I started to do it with my homies, and it was like, wait, this the motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, type shit. So it was like that's what made me feel like, damn, hold on, bro. You always gonna get the same results doing the same shit you keep doing over and over. Like, it's more in the studio. You gotta get out, touch the people, show your face. So like, so people could be like, yo, that's KUR. I know I actually listen to him or not. Yo, bro, I actually fuck with the boy KUR. I never see him. Like, you know where I'm going?
We talk about this shit all the time.
So I had to really just figure out like, no, like, I need to be on these festivals. I need to be versus I'm cool. I'm hot. You know what I mean? I'm in the crib.
Because that's the position you in.
I'm on my block, whatever. I'm uptown type shit. So I think that, even just the last month and a half, I've been with Meek. So that been kind of, letting me see it from a different point of view of certain things. Like, so
that you're not normally used to doing.
So I think that I had to break out of that. And it's like, don't get me wrong. The first time I went to the club with him, I was stiff as an arm, like stiff like shit. Like, no bullshit. Second time, I'm
okay. Get a little loose.
Right. Third time, I'm like, all right. Then the fourth time, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Like, it's like that. Like, so I think that is a thing where it's like, oh, bro, like, you gotta just give shit a try. Get comfortable with it because it's not gonna be your last time going to the club. You know what I mean? So when you get in there, don't look like you don't want to be there or you're not supposed to be there. Like, cause you could get a vibe like, I don't know what to do type shit. In reality, it's like, do you. You feel what I'm saying? Find your own motion type shit. And he kept telling me that too type shit. Like, I was like, bro, you gotta find your motion. Like, it's like, it ain't, I'm gonna be honest, it ain't like, you could just look at me and tell, like, bro, ain't used to this. Just by how my posture is, all that, it's like, yeah, bro ain't used to this. But then, I will say, though, it's like, he could have just X'd me out right there, like, bro, I ain't bringing bro to the club, like, but no, as time went on, it was still like, yo, come on, And after that, I'm
good.
Yeah, that's cool. So now, it's like, I walk in the club, it's like, bet, where we at? What's the section? What we doing? Where the bottles? Like, now, and it's like, so crazy because all this is a month and a half work, like, you know what I'm saying, type shit. So that should be like different.
So I gotta ask you, just listening to what you're talking about and how you articulated that. So just to bring it back to the music, right? For the artist, right? Because now we got into a little bit you as a person, right? So now, core the artist, where do you see yourself going as for the artist? You know what I mean? Because the balance in what you was just talking about, right? Now that kind of gets tipped with how big you get. You see what I'm saying? Right. And you still got to find a comfort level on that. So do you see yourself, you know what I mean, on top of the world type shit? Or do you see yourself, just to give an example, we had Ace Hood up here. He talked about he didn't want to be a big chain restaurant.
Big chain.
He wanted to be a slow, you know what I mean? A franchise where they had great meals and everybody knows them. And when they tap in, they know they're going to get a certain type of
acquired taste.
It's an acquired taste. They're going to get a certain type of cloth. So are you trying to be the big chain or are you trying to be, you know, that restaurant where go, all right, if I go to Philly, I got to go here. You know what I mean? That type of shit.
I think that it's one of those things where it's like, I'm trying, all right, so let me figure this out. All right, so I want to make sure I word it right.
Right.
Like, I want to take this shit as far as I can, but I do know that I wouldn't be able to take it as far based off of how I was moving. You know what I mean? Because I was so closed off. So it was like I was only used to what I was used to. You know what I mean? And I liked what I was used to. So it's like, all right, I may eat at a restaurant literally for 60 days straight, same time, every single day, all of that, right?
I'm like that too.
Like great. Repetitive.
Right.
You may tell me that, yo, they got better food just like that somewhere else. Shit,
right,
like,
right.
You know what I mean? So I think that it was one of those things where it's like I had to, before I could even try to figure out what I want in this, I had to get myself right to figure out what I like and what I actually do want.
Right.
Because I kept telling myself, yo, I want what I want.
Right.
And what I want was kind of what I had.
Right.
And it was like, well, damn, homie, are you content?
Right.
Because that can come off as content. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
You feel like you made it already. You know what I mean? I feel like, no, it's still more work I got to do. Like, wait, I just got in the door.
Right, I just got here.
You feel what I'm saying? I think that for so long, like, because don't get me wrong, when I got out of that deal in 2019, I had basically, where I'm at. All right, so when I got out the deal in 2019, I had like 2 years of no deal.
That gap of being independent.
Right? So you kind of get content with, well, that's the hottest nigga in Philly. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You let that get to your head.
Yeah.
Honesty, though.
Yeah.
You let that get to your head.
Yeah.
Then you thinking you really the shit.
Yeah.
Till you go out LA
and you see.
and you may have 2, 3, 4 people come, oh, shit, I know you. Da-da-da-da. But then you like, oh, that shit ain't hitting like Philly.
Right.
And Philly, you can't even walk. Like, niggas is like, oh, shit, that's bro. Da-da-da-da. You go out LA and you go all the way in the West Coast. It's like, oh,
it's different.
People may know me because I ain't gonna trip. Like when I do go out LA, people do know me.
Right.
But like if we talking about the Philly, if we talking about the 100, and Philly is at 85% of the people know me, right? Or 80% of the people that I cross paths with know who I am. LA is like 10-7, 7% type shit. Like that shit ain't nothing. Like you know what I'm saying? You may get like, yo, you look familiar, bro. You rap or something? It ain't even like niggas coming up to you rapping your lyrics. It's more like, yo, you look like somebody. Like type shit. Like that right there just reminds you like, hold on, bro.
Right. Yeah. I still gotta.
I still gotta
work.
Get there yet.
Yeah. I still gotta work.
Yeah. Like you ain't get there yet. I think that's the humble experience that is kind of like type shit.
And I think that's a balance. I think artists, you guys got to deal with. You know, you're finding out when you hot, when you're not hot. You got to know and be able to read that, because that's how sometimes, most cases, that's how a lot of niggas go. You know, you go silent and go and disappear. You get lost off the map, especially in this. You know, in this industry now, you can easily get bounced out of this shit. You know, but I guess to go back to what you were just asking him, being under this situation after 2 years of being independent, you know, obviously the deal worked out the way you want, you know, the way you negotiated for it to work out, or however way it worked out. Being in that situation now and creating music, where are you with creating music within that situation? Are you now currently like album mode, project mode? Like, are they allowing, you know, how's that going as far as your music goes? Being in, you know, in the situation, in the deal that you're in now.
I think it's like bittersweet for the most part. For real. Like, honestly, it's like bittersweet. Like, I think it's a thing where it's like, it's a balance. So it's like, you got to kind of get them what they want.
Right.
But still kind of keep your foot down, but don't keep it down too much because you still got to be coachable. Right. Like, I feel like that's just one thing I just learned. Like, I just had a meeting probably like a couple of days ago, and it was like, no matter where you get at in life, you have to remain coachable. Right. Like, don't matter if you're the biggest motherfucker, you still got to hear somebody out. Right. You know what I mean? And the right person. You can't just hear bullshit. But I'm just saying the right person. I think that's like the balance. Like, I'm super coachable. So it's like to the point where it's kind of like, it's like I said, it ain't really no middle. I'm either going to be like all the way coachable or it's kind of like, and sometimes I'm going to tell you personally, like, if you hit me over the head too much, I'm going to just say yes. Like, all right, come on, let's just do it. Even though I know that don't really sound right. But like so far, it's been like, I learned that like, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. So it's like, long as you, and these is like, the people I'm signed to is good people, you know what I mean? And understanding people. So when I say all that to say like, I could hit them and express how I feel versus snapping and you aggressive and you That's like, nobody want to deal with all that shit. It's like, if you talk to motherfuckers and just tell them like, yo, straight up, listen, I don't really like how this is going. And I think that we should do this. It's always a middle part that can make both parties comfortable. You feel what I'm saying? I had to learn that. Because like I said, with my first deal, I was going up there snapping in presidents' faces. Like, that shit don't mean nothing. Because they sitting there looking, they like, okay, KUR, just calm down. Just have a seat. We're going to figure it out. Next day, they don't even answer your call. You ain't hear from them. I ain't hear from them since.
There you go.
The lady I snapped on, I ain't hear from her since. She was the president of the old lady. I didn't hear from her since. Like, I got to say that. And was like, what really fucked me up too in the first deal, the president I was snapping on had left.
Went to another company.
So you know when a new person kind of come in, they don't really care about us. Like, you basically leftovers.
Whoever is
that
here.
person leftovers. They worried about something new. Who's the new act we could do? It's like, they don't care that you still on the roster. I didn't have it. I think what it's called, I ain't have like a key man clause. This is all shit that I learned later in life. I ain't have a key man clause in my deal that basically kind of said like, it gives you the right to leave if the president or the A&R or whatever leaves as well type shit. I didn't have that in there. So that was the last time I talked to her, snapping in her face, what the fuck? Really thinking I'm really proving a point. And then when she said, have a seat, we're gonna figure it out. I'm like, yeah, I figured it out. Like, type shit. Like, thinking I'm on some shit. Like, yo, like, yeah, I figured it out. She's listening. Like, I got my point across. I ain't never heard from her since.
Bounce this nigga out of
Like,
here.
I'm talking about calling. It's no response. Like,
and then even when you think about that, right? You got your situation now and it worked out, but she left to go somewhere else, right? So now what if
she was in that new company?
In that new situation.
What if she was a president of the Republic? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? You might have burned that bridge. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's like, I ain't gonna say her name, but when I do see her, I'm gonna give her an apology. Just because it's over the time I learned, no matter what you going through in business, they ain't put a gun to my head and make you sign it. You gotta really like think like, this is a business.
You took the deal.
You feel what I'm saying? You took it. So whatever is coming on with it, you can state how you feel, but not like that. Because once you rub people the wrong way, you gotta think like the industry, not like the streets at all, bro. So it's like, you could rub a person the wrong way quick. Like, quick.
Especially this industry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, quick. And you may not even know that you rubbed them the wrong way, because everybody smile won't even let you know. This game may not pull you to the side and let you know. That's you thinking some street shit. If you thinking somebody gonna pull you to the side and let you know, nobody really doing that. It may be a few real ones, but nobody doing that. They gonna keep it noted and say, I know how I'm gonna play him.
And keep this shit moving.
You feel what I'm saying? And keep it moving on him. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And that was her chess move, going to another thing, leaving me out. She killed me more than I killed her, yelling in her face type shit.
That shit
like,
crazy.
For real. So if you don't use your brain and you ain't strategic in this shit, you're gonna always lose being emotional. Every single time you're gonna lose. Like, and going up the motherfuckers emotional, you're gonna always lose, bro.
And I think we talked about this that night we was in the studio, about how much you've grown in this industry. The maturity, like, that's maturity. Right? As an artist, you know, niggas come from the streets, from the hood, attitude, all types of pride, ego, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? You getting put into these situations where your natural habits just come with you. If she treating you wrong, you go in there and snap at her. That's what you naturally do. But through time, you bump your heads a few times in the industry, you realize it's cutting your bread off. Your situations, your door is closing doors in your face. And now you get in situations like she leaves that company and goes to a Republic where you would have had a great situation, but she's there. She's like, hell no, I'm not about to, y'all about to sign him?
Right.
Hell no.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So, and I know through times you done had that maturity, that growth. It took a while for you to, you know, for you to get to the mentality that you have now, you know, and it's through these moments that you're having. I guess I want you to elaborate on that a little bit, and, you know, we could go into your music. But as far as the growth in this industry, you know, did the industry force you to, you know, grow fast, slow? Like, how was that for you?
It kind of forced me to really grow because I used to rub people the wrong way a lot. Like, I'm 28.
Right.
I was rapping 10 years ago.
Right.
Young.
Right.
Thinking that, like, aggressive, just kind of getting on your tip is going to get you what you want. And it's like, you're always going to meet somebody better.
Right.
And it don't even got to be violent.
Right.
You get where I'm
just
going?
In general, yeah.
Just somebody that's more strategic. That's like, oh, he's just a hot temper kid.
Know what to do with this.
I know what to do with him. We're not going to have him at the biggest shit. We don't care about what people saying in Philly. They can be saying he's the hottest nigga. Just X him out. There's always somebody else hotter.
Right.
Once you learn that, and then even with the ego thing, I had to throw that out because it's like, oh, you hot here, homie. You may be hot a few other places, but you got to really tell yourself this. Like, you ain't really, like, don't get too crazy because you got to really think about it. This is what killed my ego. I'm not saying, like, I still know who I am, but, like, all right, I used to hang around my neighborhood a lot, right? So, and this ain't no shade to my neighborhood, but it's like, if I'm kind of signed a deal, I'm green, I'm well off, I'm da-da-da-da, you go into the neighborhood with people that 9 times out of 10 is more less fortunate, or may not have the things you got.
Less fortunate.
So if you look at that like that, you the man, right? You God damn near, right?
Yeah.
Until you go around some other millionaires, right? And then
levels.
you like, wait, hold on.
It's levels. Yeah, it's
I
levels.
feel like the less fortunate from the neighborhood is like it flip. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you gotta be around more to want more. You feel what I'm saying? So I used to think, damn, I'm the man. Till you get around motherfuckers that they like, yo, this some shit. You like, damn, I'm slacking type shit. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna always think you on some shit if you hanging with motherfuckers or you around people that got less than you. Like, or whatever the case is, you gonna always think you some shit. So if you sliding through the hood and you in your rental or you in whatever and you just look a certain type way and everybody like, bro, really got it figured out, you can kind of get content with that. And you won't even want to see what else the world got to offer type shit. You won't even care.
It's content.
You feel what I'm saying? You just content with, like, what's the name? So it's like, I just felt like you act that way, then you get around millionaires, and then you become a millionaire, and you really think you on some shit till you get around people that's like, oh, I make $1 million every hour. You know what I mean? It is people that's like that. I make $1 million every hour. And then you like, wait.
Something different with these
That's
niggas.
something different. Like, so I feel like the ego game is kind of like,
it's an up and down process.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't humble yourself, life gonna humble you.
Right, that's a fact.
Every single time.
That's a fact.
Like, so it's like, that's how I look at it.
How does that growth played into your music now, on the music side?
I just be trying to talk more about the growth. So it's like, you know, before I wanted to really tell people what the streets thought was cool. Now I'm kind of on my tip, like I can mix that in, but there's a lot of shit that I don't look at as cool no more.
I'm gonna let y'all know.
You feel what I'm saying? And that shit used to bother me to even say that. Like, cause I'm like, damn, what am I turning to, like a Hollywood ass dude type shit? But it was like, no, bro, I had to tell myself, like, bro, like, you gonna keep, like, all right, you doing shit that other people not doing, you're gonna end up in places they not at. You gotta keep doing that, bro. Like every single time, for real. Like, and it was just hard for me to really transition because it was like, I still cared about what the block think or what people thought. So it's like, I'd be like, yo, damn. What, niggas talking up the way? I'm going up there. Or da-da-da-da-da. Or I'm chilling in the hood. I'm going to show niggas I'm still around.
Shit you ain't supposed to be doing.
You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't, like, that shit stupid as shit. Like, I was supposed to get on a Zoom call. It was probably like 60 days ago. I was supposed to get on a Zoom call with my label. I was up the way, right? Up my way. It's neither here and there, but I was up my way arguing, just on bullshit, for real, right? And I had missed the Zoom call. And when I got back in the car, I felt so stupid. I'm like, bro, I miss my Zoom call with my label to be arguing about up my way about, you know what I mean? The neighborhood we don't own. You feel what I'm saying? Most niggas live with their mom type shit. Like, like that shit be kind of like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, so it just be like one of those things where it's like I had to really tell myself, like, no, bro, like, that shit, you past that.
Right.
And you gotta learn and look in the mirror and know I'm past that.
Right.
Because if not, that shit gonna cost you.
Right. Yeah, Core, I think that's so important. You know, I'm hoping all the, you know, young artists, new artists, whoever's watching this
dropped
interview,
a lot of gems.
You gotta realize and understand what he just said is the downfall of a lot of niggas. Like, it's not even what the perspective you talking about right now. It's a lot of niggas. That's 90% of niggas.
I'm actually, not to cut you off, I'm blessed with, like, to say, like, so far, I know nobody perfect, but so far, every time I had an issue, the label, like, come up here. Come talk to us. To the point where if I even feel like, yo, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out, I'm not even getting into street shit with them. I'm just telling, like, if I feel that way, yo, I need to come talk to y'all. Rock Nation building, I need y'all, I need to talk.
That's fortunate.
And it ain't even about the street shit. It's more about, yo, I need to be more busy. I need to try to, I can't keep going back to the hood. I ain't never getting into details about what the label, about what's going on. It's more about, yo, listen, I need to stay more busy. I need to da-da-da-da. And they actually embrace me with open arms. Like, oh, you need to talk? All right, come up here. Da-da-da-da.
That's
and I actually, you feel what I'm saying? So that right there, I use that. Like, yo, if I ever feel like I'm falling and I'm actually really like, yo, bro, you burnt a little bit. You burnt out. It's like, yo, I need to, can somebody make some time for me to go up there and talk?
And it's good to hear the positive story.
I always feel 100 times greener.
Refresh,
because they remind you of who you are and what you like. Bro,
that's
what
fortunate,
you
bro. That's super fortunate. I don't hear, this is the part you don't hear this shit.
I
don't know because of Rock Nation, because I heard that before about like.
I don't know, like, I'm talking about every time, like, whether it's Sherry, Cheyenne, whoever, it's like, yo, I need somebody to talk to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't lie. Like, even Meek, though. Like, yo, bro, I'm... Shit, where you at, man? Yo, pull up on me. You cool? Come on. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like I be just needing that from time to time, like for real. And then when I get around certain people, and that's at a certain level, it reminds you, like, wait, that's bullshit. This is what's going on, type shit. Like, this is where it's at. Like, anything else, you could say that for another motherfucker. Like, that ain't for me,
bro. That's you
feel what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah. So I always take like pride in that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? For real. Like, even the smaller shit, like, even having Big D meet me here. I never had that at my old label. It was me. Like, my people, yo, we got a call, yo, da-da-da-da. Just him even being here is like, I fuck with that. Like, it's the smaller shit with me. Like, yo, Big D outside, he waiting for you. I'm like, damn. Like, that, I appreciate the small shit because I dealt with a label where that wasn't the case. You know what I'm at all.
So you know what that was like.
I know what that's like. So to have it, it's like, wait, you got people that really care. Or, you know what I mean? Fuck with you. Don't get me wrong, I know it's a partnership, but it's like, the stuff I be calling about and wanting to talk about, sometimes it don't be always business. That's how I know it's deeper than that. Because it don't be always business. Sometimes it be about life and like, yo, you know, gotta take care of yourself. You gotta put yourself first. You can't be putting yourself in certain positions. So I think that, like, that's something that I'm super grateful to have.
That's fortunate. Because again, we hear all the horror stories the other way around. You don't have that. You don't have those. And you know, to go back into your music, currently right now, you know, you're working on music because we heard a lot of music, nigga. Like, all the music you was like giving glimpses and like pieces to on Instagram, I be sitting there like, I wonder if they know this nigga. This is like throwaways for him that he's giving the fans right now. What is your current, you know, what are you working on? What's your plans with music? Like, what are you trying to do currently musically? Are you trying to go for a project? Like, what's your current plans with music?
I got a project already done. I just had to get the business in order.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, I got a project already done. It was called Survivor's Guild. Shout out to my guy Mozzie. He dropped the tape called Survivor's Guild, but I fuck with bro, so it ain't.
Shout out to
never
Mozzie,
no pressure.
alumni.
That's my guy. I really fuck with bro. Like,
Bars alone.
Yeah, hell yeah. So
on the show.
It was called Survivor's Guild. I just wasn't sure if I should change it, like the name, but the project is done. So it was just kind of like, that's what I was kind of just trying to figure out the business and but other than that, it was just more like a thing where it was like, I'm just trying to make sure this project is, you know, everything I want it to be. You feel what I'm saying?
It's highly anticipated.
And I just I didn't drop a tape in like 2 years at all. Right. So it's like, I know people was like, yo, what's up with the tape? People don't really care about the songs and the throwaways. That'll last them, but it's kind of like, yo, like, what's up with the tape? So I think that the fact that I can bring a tape with a good team behind me and, you know, X, Y, and Z, it's like, easy call. It's like, no, what more can I ask for? I just think that the most frustrating part about it was just trying to handle the business on it for real. Like, you know, like, it ain't, I'm so used to telling my engineer, yo, we putting the tape out, you got to mix the master, bet. We gonna send a distro kit, artwork, boom. All right, distro kit said what? It be out tomorrow. It be out Friday. We want it out Friday. All right, bet. Come on, easy call. It's out. Don't work like that.
Now you gotta go through
the middle part I was telling you about, where you gotta kind of find with the label, like you gotta understand that everything is approval, everything is a process, and you gotta be okay with that. And you gotta think that. See, I kind of knew how it was before I even walked into the situation. So none of this, like sometimes it'd be like, God damn, when y'all dropping? But then I don't never let it get too crazy because it's like, I know how it go. And I know that videos got to be approved and this got to be
understand the process.
And once you understand the process, you ain't gonna be mad. You're only mad when you don't understand it. I think that's the biggest thing. Like people go crazy. It's like you're only mad when you don't understand it. If you actually understand what's going on, and it's like, don't sign a deal and understand it once you're in the deal. You gotta sign it. I mean, understand it before you even sign anything. Understand what's going on. Understand that. Ask your lawyer, whoever it is. Don't ask me, but ask your real shit. Like, but you know, ask your lawyer. This is for a young kid coming up. Like, ask your lawyer 1,000 questions. Make them, if you paying them or they getting a percentage off the deal or whatever, make sure they like, I'm talking about even if you burn them out for hours, make sure you writing it down and understand, okay, so this is what that means, this is what that means, that's what that means, that's I think that people be so hype about the look or just trying to, yo, I signed, don't get me wrong, I think that it's a lot of things where it's like, a lot of people that's coming up trying to chase their dream going through financial problems. But if you wave money in their face, who cares about the paperwork? You know what I mean? And I think that that's the thing where it's like, people don't know that, like, yo, you could build a fan base and and, you know, DistroKid, and you got different platforms where they pay you out and they go get the money for you and they take a percentage, whatever. People don't really be knowing that. They'd be like, man, I ain't trying to build that shit. Where is the deal at?
I think
300,000 a million for
I think that's probably 80% of that struggle. 5-Year Foreign just came out in the interview saying he got signed and made for like 5 bands. And at that point in his life, like you was just saying, you know, I'm a young 16, however old he was, 17-year-old kid out of Brooklyn, New York. No bread. You waving 5,000 in my face for music? I do this for free already. So he just jumped on it. But, you know, to go back to what you're saying, I think, you know, that is...
And it worked out for him.
Right.
So I think that's like, you know...
But you still gotta
make
do some shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's still in that deal, which goes back into reading and knowing what you're, as a young nigga, ask all the questions.
Yeah, but I feel like he got his blessings for it. Just my opinion on it. I feel like I feel like, you know, I don't know the ins and outs, so I ain't going to speak on it. But I just feel like, you know,
I agree too.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, that shit could be worse. Like,
you still be in the trenches.
You know what I mean?
No maze, no nothing.
Yeah, so it's like, I feel like, you know, you gotta kind of just weigh the good with the bad for real, bro. It's always good in something. Like I gotta say, even if somebody, you at a red light and somebody smack in the back of your car, like, it's always just try to find good in that shit, bro. Like, you could be like, damn, at least I ain't paralyzed. I got out this bitch walking. All right, fuck the car. Like, that's how I'm trying to look at life. Like, just trying to find the good. It's always good, no matter what. Like, it's always good and something. Like, it's always good,
just
no matter what.
Just to add to a lot of your some of the stuff you talk about, because you talk about stepping out and living life and doing things, and how you was comfortable in a certain light doing what you was doing, right? That also, just to give you another perspective, that could also make you appreciate that initial. You see what I'm saying? Because now you go out, you done did this stuff, and you go, I done did that shit. I'm cool with going back and eating at that restaurant at 6. You know what I mean? That make you appreciate that shit a little bit more. Because now it ain't no question. You wanna check that off your list. You could go back to it. You know what I mean? So this is another perspective.
Yeah, hell yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so, you know, I know, because we know you pretty close. we could make this interview a 10-hour interview because we could talk all day, bro. You know that. First time we got to the studio, we talked like 4 hours, bro. So you know, it was important. It's super important for us to get you on this platform and get you in front of the fans.
Yeah, hell yeah.
One, because the fans been killing us to get you on this show, bro. They've been killing us. And the second thing is because I know we just like covering certain artists that represent the culture the way we like. We believe you one of the faces out of Philly. You represent Philly well. You know, being able to take you and put you in front of our fans, put you in front of the community. A lot of people gonna want to see this freestyle. A lot of people gonna, as soon as we post the photo, they're gonna be like, "Yo, KUR, we can't wait for this shit to drop." So you know, it's good to have you. You know, it's good to have you on the show finally.
Yes, sir.
We rooting for you. We highly anticipating the project. Whenever it drop, I'm probably gonna be on your line, trying to get you to leak certain songs to me anyway. You know, we're rooting for you, bro. Like,
thank you, bro.
On your journey and what you're going through right now, bro. We rooting for you. Shout out to D for for getting for lining all this shit up and being able to put it together. But definitely rooting for you, my brother. If there's anything you could share with the fans before we check off, you know.
Yo, survivors guilt. I mean, low. I take that back. I'm so used to saying that. But no, my project dropping in August. We're gonna have our fingers crossed.
Facts.
Looking like it's green in August. It's like 14 tracks on there. I'm gonna put a Philly show together. I'm gonna just start it out from Philly and then just kind of do it like that type shit. Spread it, do a show here, do a show, whatever.
Track list.
But like, I'm gonna post a track list, show who I got on there. Yeah, but I just think there's a thing now where it's like, y'all about to see a new KUR. So it's like, but it's still me though. Yeah. But it's just still like, I'm like, even in Philly, when they having events, I'm going now. Right. Because I felt like New York
he outside.
Changed my
boy
shit.
outside, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to always be like, bro, I don't care about no sections and no, until you see like, that shit going up, type shit. So like, it's easy to say you don't care, bro, when you're not really on it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, it's like one of those things where it's like, I don't care about no Benz. Like, that shit don't get me hype. Till you ride in a certain type Benz.
Right. Now it's different.
That shit like, wait, hold on, the lights are just red type shit. How them motherfuckers green? Like, type shit. But, yeah, hell yeah. It's just, you gonna get a new 7.9.
A lot of features. Did you go heavy on the features?
I ain't go heavy. I know I don't really, like, rock with too many people, but the people I did put on there, I rock with. Okay. I just think, we gotta keep the ball rolling type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Listen, it's anticipated. You haven't dropped in 2 years. I think, this is...
And it's not my last bars on 95 either.
This is part one.
This is part one.
Yeah, this is part one.
I'm trying to do part 5, 6, 7.
Facts.
Right.
Facts. Yo, listen, man, bro outside. Listen, bro outside, we wanted to put this together for y'all, to hold y'all off until the next time you come back around.
The next one's gonna be even brazier, and we need Big D there.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I want y'all to understand, man. Listen, we do this shit for the culture. Certain episode we curated specifically for the fans. I love this shit. I love certain niggas that love hearing from what we do. We passionately do this shit every day. This ain't a once upon a time. We do this shit every day, bro.
Y'all already know what it is.
And I want y'all to know, this ain't the only episode you're gonna see with him. Part 1, KUR.
Let's get it. Y'all
appreciate you, my brother.
7-9.
It's good to see you back outside.
Hell yeah, bars on 95. This ain't the last one. This just the first one.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't the last one, just the first one.
That's a fact.
Shout out to everybody behind the cameras holding us down.
Facts.
Y'all already know this not gonna be the last time y'all see me and the guys link up.
Facts.
Hopefully, I felt like this interview, I really got deep on the interview, low key.
A lot of gems though.
For sure.
Next one, we're in Philly. We're gonna pull up in Philly. We did Philly the first time. You came back on us, so we back in Philly on the next one. Listen, man, keep tuning in.
We gotta do the next one in Philly though.
For sure,
absolutely.
Thank y'all.
We
Thank everybody that's behind the scenes, holding us down. Bars on 95 is KUR, DC, Philly. We stronger together. Y'all already know how we doing it. Y'all know I don't do
facts
like interviews, freestyles. I told Cheyenne,
I know he
tell them, can we do Tuesday? I'm gonna be there for sure. She said, don't have me tell them Tuesday. And I said, no, they want me Tuesday. I'm there, and they honored that.
That's a fact.
And made it more convenient for me. I said, 3 might not work can we do 4? She said 6. I said, say no more. I'm there.
That's
You feel what I'm saying? Young 7'9".
Let's make it happen,
Going
man.
crazy.
Listen, man. For the culture,
For
man,
real.
this is what we do.
Y'all already know what it is.
Man, you already know what's up, man. Core signing out, Philly in this joint. Bars on I-95.
Let's get it, man.
Subscribe now.